Welcome back. And today we're doing the Batman. Okay. The Batman, a mysterious and adventurous figure fighting for righteousness and apprehending the righteousness and the wrongdoer. His lone battle against the evil forces of society. His identity remains unknown. The home of the commissioner. Home of the Commissioner Gordon, who at the moment is entertaining his young social lit friend Bruce Wayne. Well, Commissioner, anything exciting happening these days? No, except the fellow they call the Batman puzzles me. Okay, so he's on his phone now. Oh, what's that? Lombard, the chemical king, stabbed to death, his son's fingerprints on the knife. I'll be right over. Okay. Then he says, talk about something exciting. Old Lombard has been murdered at his mission. I'm going there now. Like to come along? And Bruce Wayne says, oh well, nothing else to do. Might as well. Okay. So, Bruce Wayne slash the Batman, um, he never had a Batmobile. This is his Batmobile right now. The old looking red car. Then it says the commissioner and Bruce Wayne speed toward the Lambert residence. And Bruce Wayne says, hello, Sergeant. Everything under control? And then the sergeant says, yes, sir. You've got young Lambert in the back room. Okay. And after a thorough examination of the scene of the crime, the room becomes busy with the usual police routine. Well, I'm finished in here. Let me talk to you, to young Lambert. Hello, Lambert. They say you killed your father. I didn't do it, Commissioner. Believe me, I didn't do it. Calm yourself, my boy, and tell me all about it. Well, sir, tonight I come home early, and as well as I was passing the library, I heard a groan. I pushed, and there was my father leaving the floor with a knife in him. And I rushed in. I got the impression of something leaping out of the window. I also noticed that father's safe was open. I pulled the knife out of my father's body and turned him toward me just in time to hear say contract. Oh. Then he died. That's how my fingerprints on the knife. That's the truth, Commissioner. Did your dad have any enemies, people who had interest in his business or activities? Not that I know of, except his three former business partners. Let's see. They were Stephen Crane, Paul Rogers, and Alfred Stryker. Commissioner, there's a man named Stephen Crane who wants to speak to old Lombard. When I told him that old Lombard was murdered, he got very excited and wanted to speak to you. This is Commissioner Gordon. What's the trouble? Yesterday, Mr. Lombard called and told me he received an anonymous threat on his life. Today, I received the same. That's why I called up, and I'm afraid I'll be next. What shall I do? Wait and do not let anybody in. We'll be over soon as we can. What's that, Bruce? Oh, I'll leave you here to finish your work. I'm going home. Okay. Meanwhile, Stephen Crane sits in his library with a feeling of impending danger when suddenly there is a sickening shot. Crane slumps in his chair, dead. The murderer rushes to the safe and secures a paper. Did you get the paper? Yeah. Okay. Now, here we're going to talk a little about Batman. Okay, so Batman comes in, which we all know who is Bruce Wayne. And, first in the comics, Batman and the cops, they don't like each other. So the cops, which will be seen throughout the first issues of Batman, Batman and the cops, they don't get along. So Batman doesn't like the cops, and the cops don't like Batman. So, yeah, that's what I want. Sorry, I didn't mean to say yeah. So that's what I want to tell you about Batman. It's mostly that it's not that Batman doesn't like the cops. It's mostly that the cops just like end up shooting at him, and they just end up hating him because they don't think that Batman is helping, and Batman just ends up running away. So they're not really on good terms at first. Okay. Okay, so from now on, this comic book and then the next one. So from now on, I'll continue reading, but and then the next one I'll go back to how I was usually doing it. Okay. The Batman lashes out with a terrific right. He grabs his second advisory in a deadly headlock with a mighty heavy, sends the burly criminal flying through space. The Batman swiftly picks up the paper that the murderer stole from Stephen Crane's safe. Meanwhile, the commissioner draws up in his car. It's the Batman. Get him! Now, you see what I mean? When I told you that Batman and the cops were, weren't on the same side? Because at first, sorry, I'm doing something with my hands and you guys can't see it. At first, you guys, sorry, I said you guys. At first, the cops hated Batman, and Batman would just always run away. And Batman just always thought that they hated him. And see what I mean? Cops just started shooting at him. Okay. Mr. Crane has been murdered. Sir, it's horrible. That's 2 dead partners out of the 4 that have received threatening notes. The other 2 must have received them too. Let's go to Rogers next. Okay, now here comes Batman. The Batman reads the paper he snatched from the killers, and a grim smile comes to his lips. Okay, so here comes Batman in his Batmobile, because he didn't have a Batmobile back in the 1930s. He just had this nice red car that he had. He speeds his car forward to an unknown destination. Meanwhile, Rogers, who has learned of Lombard's death by news broadcast, has already gone to the neighbor of neighboring laboratory of his Eastwill partner Alfred Stryker. Hello, Jennings. Must see Stryker quickly. Won't you come in? And then he hits him. And then he ties him up, and Jennings Stryker assistant carries Rogers to the basement of his laboratory. One more out the way soon. Control everything. This is the gas chamber I used to kill guinea pigs to experiment with, but now you are my guinea pig. He. When this glass lid covers you entirely, gas will come through the jet and kill you. Ha ha ha. You fiend. Okay. Jennings pulls a brake which starts the glass down over Rogers, and certain doom. I'm going down now to turn the gas on. Sleep well. Ha ha ha. I know he doesn't say ha ha ha, but it's meant to be like that. At that moment, the Batman leaps through an open transom, and he comes to save Jennings. The Batman seizes a wrench from a table and leaps for the gas chamber. The Batman quickly plugs the gas jet with a handkerchief as the gas chamber descends entirely over them. He then unties Rogers, and with a powerful swing, Jennings returns, and he's startled by the Batman. He reaches for his gun. What the? Batman greets Jennings with a flying tackle. Then he beats the heck out of Jennings. Meanwhile, Alfred Stryker has heard the crash of the gas chamber as he enters the laboratory. Rogers, what happened? Your assistant Jennings tried to kill me. However, Stryker has not noticed the Batman, who has struggled himself in the shadows, so he didn't. You, after all, will finish you and then throw your body in the acid tank below. You. Oh, my hand. What's the idea? Why did he try to kill me? This rat was behind murders. You see, I learned that you, Lambert Crane, and Stryker were once partners in the Apex Criminal Corporation. Stryker, who wished to be sole owner, but having no ready cash, my secret contracts with you to pay my certain sum of money each year until he owned the businesses. He figured by killing you and sealing the contracts, he wouldn't have to pay this money. A very clever scheme, and being the contracts were a strict secret between the four of us, our heirs of the outside world wouldn't know a thing about them. But how did you know all of this? I secured the contracts from one of his hired killers. Suddenly, Stryker, with the strength of a madman, tears himself free from the grasp of the Batman. And then Batman hits him with the right hand, and he's falling right into the acid tank. A fitting ending for his kind. How can I ever thank you? Why gone? And then the next day, young Bruce Wayne is again a visitor of the Commissioner House, who just finished telling Bruce Wayne the latest exploits of the Batman. And then Rogers said the Batman went through the skylight. And Bruce Wayne says, a very lovely fairy tale. Commissioner, indeed. After Bruce Wayne has gone, Bruce Wayne is a nice young chap, but he certainly must lead a boring life. Seems disinterested in everything. Bruce Wayne returns home to his room. As a little later, his door slowly opens and reveals its occupant. If the Commissioner could see his young friend now, he'd be amazed to learn that he is the Batman. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.